Hello there, how are you? So in last part we discussed place of supply for goods, and in this part we'll be discussing place of supply for services. So before we go into the provisions of section 12, let's understand these definitions: location of supplier of services and location of recipient of services. So law say the definition of location of supplier of services is as is like that. So if a supply is made from place of business, registered place of business, then location of supply will be place of business. If a supply is made from any other place, head of branch office or a fixed establishment, then location will be the location of such fixed establishment. If a supply is made from more than one place of business or fixed establishment, then the place which is more connected with the provision of supply. And in absence of all these places, residence. So let's understand this with an example. So suppose Mr. A is a CA registered in Delhi, and he has also a branch office in Mumbai. Branch office. So now he is auditing SBI branch of Mumbai. So he is providing auditing services to SBI in Mumbai. So this branch office is more connected with the supply, then location of supply will be taken as Mumbai, and place of supply in this case will be also be Mumbai, and we will divide CGST and SGST. Okay, then location of recipient of services, it is same as supplier. If service is received at head office, then location of such head office, place of business, will be location of recipient of services. If it is received at fixed establishment elsewhere, which we can also call branch office, then location of such branch office or fixed establishment. And in case of the service is received at both or one or more than one place of business or fixed establishment, then whichever place of business or fixed establishment, whichever is more connected. And in case if any of these are not available, then the user place of residence, where the person usually resides. So let's tab into the provisions now. So first provision, so section 12. In section 12 subsection 1, it is written that if the supplier and recipient are both in India, then this section will be applicable to determine place of supply. Then section 12.2 is a general rule, or you can say residuary provision. So this provision we will use when any of the subsections. So this section has 14 subsections. So section 12.2 will be used when section 12.3 to 12.14, these sections are not applicable, then section 12.2 will be used. So this is a residuary provision. This is a general rule which will apply if any of the other rules or provisions does not apply. Okay, so this what this general rule says. Let's discuss. So if a supply is made to registered person, that is, it is a B2B supply, business to business supply, then location of recipient will be place of supply. And if supply is made to unregistered person, that means it is a B2C supply, business to consumer, then we will check whether the address of recipient of service is available with us. If it is available, yes, then location of recipient will be taken as place of supply. And if it is not available, then location of supply will be taken as place of supply. Okay, now let's discuss the specific provisions starting from section 12 subsection 3, immovable property services. So in this we have 4 points Let's discuss one by one. So first is point number A, services in relation to an immovable property by architects, interior decorators, surveyors, engineers, etc. So these people who are providing real estate kind of services, this is the first point. Second is grant of right to use immovable property. When you are getting use the right to use an immovable property for whatever purpose you may be using, so that's point number B. Then we have point number C, lodging accommodation. Lodging accommodation means you are staying there for few days, couple of days, maybe couple of weeks. So lodging accommodation in hotel, in guest house, homestay, club, campsite, houseboat, and other vessel. So hotel, in guest house, homestay, these are all are fixed places. Campsite is something we can get use the tent, place the tent anywhere. So it is as per convenience place. So the location of campsite can differ. Like the person providing the service can move it from one place to another because he just have to remove the tent and place it somewhere else. And then we have houseboat and vessel. Houseboat is permanently moving from one place to another. Similarly, vessel, which is ship, is also moving. So these are not immovable properties, but this section is considering them as immovable properties and telling that how we have to, the place of supply will be the location of these houseboats or vessels. Then we have accommodation in any immovable property. Last point number D, accommodation in any immovable property for organizing marriage, official function, social function, cultural, business function. So when we are taking an immovable property like a marriage hall or a big hotel, like for any conference, so in this we are taking big space on rent for functions which can be official like business function, companies conference, companies meetings, cultural festivals like any Kathak dance event, or social functions like wedding, birthday parties, celebration. So for these functions, taking of any accommodation, organizing these functions will be covered by this section. And last point is any services which is ancillary to these services, like when you are taking a marriage hall for reception and he is also providing staff services, waitering services, then that service will also be considered as ancillary to the main service of renting of immovable property. And for determining place of supply, section 12 subsection 3 will be applicable. So what does this section say? This section say, if the immovable property, the boat or vessel is in India, then place of supply will be the location of such immovable property, boat or vessel. Okay. And if it is outside India, then location of recipient. Simple. And one point here, in case immovable property does not exist, then where it is intended to be located. For example, you take services from architect for drawing a plan of a building which does not exist right now. So, but you have in mind where you want to build that building, so that the state in which you want to build the building will be the location of place of supply. So place of supply will be the state in which you intend to build that building. So in case when the building does not exist, the immovable property does not exist, place of supply will be the place where it is intended to be located. In case of immovable property, boat, vessel services in more than one state UT. Let's suppose there is a hotel which is a very big hotel. Let's say 30,000 square feet. It is half in Gujarat and half in Maharashtra. It is located at the border of Gujarat and Maharashtra. So how will we determine how much tax will go to the Maharashtra government and how much tax will go to the Gujarat government? So to determine this, law says we have to take the proportionate value as per the contract terms. First preference will be taking understanding the contract terms and taking proportionate value as per the contract terms. If there is no such contract available, then we have Rule 4 of IGST. Rule 4 of IGST says, so in case of hotel service, and if the person, we have data of night stays available with us. Let's say, let's take me, let me show you an example. Let's say this is Taj Hotel. Taj. It is half in Gujarat, half in Maharashtra. This example will be for different thing. Sorry, I have to take different example. Let's me just. Let's say you book a hotel from Taj, and Taj Hotel provides you. You want hotel for 3 days in Mumbai, 2 days in Ahmedabad. So he charges you 50,000 total for 5 days hotel. So you stayed 3 days, 3 nights in Mumbai and 2 nights in Ahmedabad. So we will divide the 50,000 amount charged in the ratio of 3:2 and the ratio of number of nights stayed. So 30K will be going to Maharashtra government, that SGST part, 50% CGST, 50% SGST. So like 15K. And 20K will be going to Ahmedabad, that is Gujarat government. So this is in case of hotel service when we have the data of night stayed. And in case of houseboat or vessel, then houseboat or vessel is continuously moving. So we have, if we have the data of time spent in each state, like let's say you took a cruise from Bombay to Goa and it took 12 hours. Your journey took 12 hours. 6 hours was in Mumbai and 6 hours was in Goa. So we will divide the amount charged by the cruise company in 50-50% ratio. And in case of other services, area of such immovable property in each state. Let's say a road has been built from Delhi to Noida. So 3 kilometers road is in Delhi and 2 kilometer road is in UP, which is Noida. So in this service, construction of road services, we will divide the consideration in 3:2 and divide the GST accordingly. Okay, now we have one clarification with respect to this. This clarification is in regarding to advertising on billboard hoarding. So what are billboards? So billboards. So you must have seen while traveling on a highway, there are boards, very large boards, where advertisement is there, like uh, for lehengas, suits, or some kind of other kind of advertisement like a movie or a Jaguar ceramics. So these billboards are hired, are the space on these billboards are taken on rent by the advertising company to advertise the client's products. So the service of sale of space or right to use space on those such billboards or hoardings, will it be considered as rent services in relation to an immovable property? So clarification provided by the government states that where the vendor is providing only service of sale of space, he's just giving you the space, the advertisement will be done by you. You have the control of the space or the on the hoarding or billboard. Then it is in a place of supply will be determined under section 12(3). That will be considered as services in relation to an immovable property, grant of right to use an immovable property. And the place of supply will be the location of such hoarding and billboards. Okay. And when vendor is doing the advertising as well as he is also uh, owning the billboard hoardings, whether he himself owns it or he is taking it on rent from some other person, then it will be considered as an advertising service, and section 12 subsection 2, that is the general rule or residuary provision, will apply. And because in this thing control is with vendor, he will, whenever you want to change the advertisement, you have to connect with the vendor, because he is doing the advertisement, he is putting the hoarding. You are just telling him that I want advertisement in hoardings or billboards in, let's say, Delhi. So in what is this rule? This rule says in case of B2B services, recipient will be location of place of supply will be the location of recipient, and in case of B2C services, if location of recipient is available, then location of recipient will be place of supply. If not, then place of location of supply will be place of supply. Okay, so we got it. Now moving on to section 12 subsection 4. So section 12 subsection 4 talks about restaurant services, gym, salon, healthcare, cosmetic, plastic surgery. So these services, for these services, place of supply will be where services are being performed. So restaurant, you are eating food, we will be seeing that you are eating food. So the service is quite visible there. So then we have training and performance appraisal services. So in this, if it is provided to a registered person, that is B2B supply, registered person, then we will take the location of recipient as place of supply. And in case of B2C, unregistered person supplied to unregistered person, then location of performance of the such service. I have some examples here for you. First is like GST training to employees of SBI. So SBI is a registered person, so we will take the location of SBI branch as place of supply. Now we have personality development training taken by Shyam. So wherever the training is being performed, because Shyam is a unregistered person, wherever the training is being performed shall be the location of place of supply. Excel training to employees of HDFC Bank. Since HDFC Bank is a registered person, and for this training ITC will be available to HDFC Bank, we will take the location of HDFC Bank as place of supply. Okay. Now moving forward, section 12 subsection 6, admission to events, amusement park. So when a service is being provided as an admission to events or an amusement park. Like events can be cultural event like any dance event, Kathak event, any sports event like IPL or India versus Pakistan match, or it can be entertainment event like concerts or movies, or it can be scientific educational event also. And in case of such events where admission service is provided by admission to such events, then place of supply will be where the event is held. For example, Coldplay concert was held in Mumbai, so place of supply will be Mumbai. Wow Park, Worlds of Wonder Park in Noida. So if you go to Worlds of Wonder Park in Noida, the place of supply will be Noida, which is in UP, Uttar Pradesh. Diljit concert in Delhi. So if you attend Diljit concert, you buy Diljit tickets to Diljit's concert, then place of supply will be Delhi. Okay, then section 12 subsection 7. So this is also related to this section is also related to events, but it is of organization of events, sponsoring of events. So event can be cultural, sports, artistic, educational, entertainment, scientific, conference, fair, exhibition. These are types of events. Place of supply will be, in case of B2B, like it if we supply to registered person, then location of such recipient. And in case of B2C, supply to unregistered person, then if it is in India, location of event. If outside India, then location of recipient. Now I have one very good example for you which will combine both these section 12.6 and 12.7. Let's say Zomato. Zomato is organizing an event which is Coldplay concert in Mumbai. So Zomato will be selling tickets to this concert to public. So selling ticket will be supply for Zomato, on which output tax will be collected by Zomato and deposited to government. So selling of tickets will output supply, and for this place of supply will be the location of such event. So it is being held in Mumbai, so place of supply will be Mumbai, and GST will be paid CGST, SGST of Maharashtra. Okay, so this is one forward charge. So this is section 12 subsection 6, admission to events. Okay, then we have section 12 subsection. Now to organize this event, to organize this Coldplay concert, Zomato is taking services from ABC for event management. So what kind of service it is taking? Like event management. What kind of service is event management? Like venue selection, logistics, staff hiring, food and beverages which will be provided at the event. So ABC is a company in Delhi, and suppose Zomato is in Mumbai, and because it is a B2B supply to registered person, then we will take location of Zomato which is in Mumbai as place of supply, and IGST will be divided because supplier, the ABC, is in from Delhi. So IGST will be divided, and this will be used as input tax by Zomato. Now Zomato will also provide sponsorship services, like HDFC Bank says I want to sponsor this event, then the concert will be called SDFC, or it will be called like that, SDFC Coldplay concert, or it will be like Coldplay concert powered by HDFC Bank. So this sponsorship services provided by Zomato to HDFC Bank, it will be governed by section 12 subsection 7. So because HDFC Bank is a registered person, so in this case you will take the location of HDFC Bank as place of supply.